Have you ever looked at the Grand Canyon and felt like it was hiding something? Well, you might be right. Today, we're diving deep into one of America's greatest mysteries, the lost civilization of the Grand Canyon giants. Let's travel back to April 5th, 1909. The Arizona Gazette published a front-page story that would baffle historians for over a century. It detailed an expedition led by a man named G.E. Kincaid, an explorer funded by the Smithsonian Institution. Kincaid claimed to have discovered a massive underground citadel carved into the sheer rock walls of the Grand Canyon. What he found inside was beyond belief. He described a network of tunnels and huge chambers, laid out like a city. Inside these chambers, he found artifacts that had no business being in Arizona. We're talking copper tools, intricate pottery, and something even more bizarre, Egyptian-style hieroglyphics. Kincaid reported seeing statues resembling Egyptian deities like Isis, and even figures that looked like Buddha. How could artifacts from Egypt and the Far East end up in a hidden cave in the American Southwest, thousands of years before Columbus? But the most shocking discovery was yet to come. The article claimed the explorers found mummified bodies. These weren't ordinary mummies. They were described as giants all over 9 feet tall. They were wrapped in dark linen, laid out on shelves carved into the rock. Imagine it, a subterranean city, home to a race of giants with connections to ancient Egypt. The story was mind-blowing. It suggested a civilization with advanced engineering skills had migrated to the Americas thousands of years ago, a piece of history completely unknown to us. The Smithsonian, which supposedly sponsored the expedition, has always denied any knowledge of Kincaid or his discovery. They have no records of the artifacts, the expedition, or the man himself. In fact, many people have searched for G.E. Kincaid in historical records and have come up empty. This has led many to believe the story was a complete fabrication, a newspaper hoax to sell papers. After all, sensational stories were common in that era. But here's where it gets interesting. What if it wasn't a hoax? What if it was real and was actively covered up? This is the core of the conspiracy theory. The idea is that this discovery would completely rewrite our understanding of history. It would prove that advanced civilizations crossed the oceans long before we thought possible, and that a race of giants once walked the earth. This knowledge, they say, would be too disruptive. It would challenge established religious and scientific doctrines. So the powers that be, perhaps the government or a shadowy group in control, stepped in. They allegedly confiscated the artifacts, sealed the cave, and erased all official records of the expedition. The Smithsonian's denial, in this view, isn't proof of a hoax, but proof of the cover-up itself. And there's another piece of this puzzle that you can see for yourself on a map today. Look at the Grand Canyon. You'll find a large, restricted area. It's often called the Great Unknown. Airspace above this zone is restricted. You can't fly a drone there or a private plane without special permission. Hiking is forbidden. Even satellite imagery of this area is rumored to be of lower quality. The official reason is to preserve the fragile natural environment and Native American cultural sites. But conspiracy theorists ask, is that the real reason? Or are they protecting something else? Is Kincaid's lost city hidden within this forbidden zone? What's even stranger are the names of the rock formations in the area. Look at a map of the Grand Canyon and you'll find places with names like the Isis Temple, the Tower of Ra, the Horus Temple, and the Osiris Temple, all named after Egyptian gods. Coincidence? Geologists say these names were given by early explorers in the late 19th century who were inspired by the majestic, temple-like appearance of the formations. But for believers in the Kincaid story, It's a breadcrumb trail. A hint left behind by those who knew the truth. A map pointing to a hidden Egyptian connection. So let's break it down. On one hand, we have a spectacular newspaper story from 1909, with no official records to back it up, and a firm denial from the very institutions said to be involved. It has all the hallmarks of early 20th century yellow journalism. On the other hand, we have a tangible, restricted zone in the Grand Canyon, geographical names that eerily match the story's theme, and a powerful motive for a cover-up, the complete upheaval of human history. Could a race of giants from a distant land have built a city deep within the canyon walls? Did they leave behind artifacts that connect North America to ancient Egypt? And did the Smithsonian, in an effort to protect the established historical narrative, hide it all away from the public? The truth, whatever it may be, remains locked away, perhaps deep inside the canyon's forbidden zone. The official story is that it's all a myth. But the tantalizing clues and the enduring mystery make you wonder what secrets the Grand Canyon is still holding. What do you think? Was it a brilliant hoax or one of the greatest cover-ups in history? Let me know your theories in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into history's greatest mysteries. Thanks for watching.